Hey, what's up, guys? I'm back for another deck profile here. Now, as you guys know, I didn't upload last Wednesday because of the fucking ban list that dropped, and the list I was gonna, upload was kind of affected by it. And I was like, oh, like I could upload it and then put in the fucking comment and pin it and be like, oh, well, put this in because of the list. I'm not doing that, so I was like, I'm just gonna skip that Wednesday. So, but the ban list, dude, very underwhelming. Penn. I'm a huge Pendulum fan, so
Best deck?
yeah, dude, Penn best deck. But I will actually be uploading a Pendulum list here shortly as well, probably next week. And but yeah, guys, so I got this one deck. I've been testing it with my boy Johnny and online, and I'm just a huge fan of this deck. This deck is kind of like Dragon Link with Salamangreat. It sounds weird. That's kind of how the deck plays, but I will be showing you a combo video at the end of this. But yeah, guys, without further ado, it's the Beetrooper. Fucking just, deck's fucking wild, dude. Insects are just. But it's weird how a lot of people aren't playing this right now. I know more people will as the format does change in October. But all right, so let me get right on into it, boys and girls. I do have some honorable mentions at the end. I'll actually have to grab those. I didn't grab those yet, but all right, let me get right on into it. Like I said, I will be showing you a combo. So, 3 Scout Buggy. This card's like Tour Guide on normal or special summon. It summons another Scout Buggy from your deck or graveyard. Card's very good. 3 of the Scale Bomber. This card, whenever you normal or special summon a insect, you can special summon it as well. So it's like the Blue Mountain Butter Spy. While it's on the field, if your opponent activates a monster effect, you can tribute an insect and destroy it. It doesn't negate the effect, it destroys it. So, card's very good. And then we got 2 of the, this guy, dude, the Sting Lancer. So, originally I was playing 3 of these. You don't need 3 of these. This card's just very good. So, during either player's main phase, quick effect, you can target a card in both players' graveyard, special summon this, and then put them back at the bottom of the deck. And then whenever this card's normal or special summon, you can add a Beetrooper or Speller Trap from your deck to your hand. So, the card's just nuts. It's level 7, 2400 attack. Alright, so, and I am playing the Battle Wasp portion. I think the Battle Wasp stuff is just kind of very good, or what you should be playing right now. I will have a couple different variants of this list in the future. But the Battle Wasp, so the Sting the Poison. A normal or special summon adds a Beetrooper monster from your deck to your hand, and if this card gets destroyed by your opponent's battle or card effect, it special summons a Beetrooper from your deck. So, that's very good. And then 2 of the Twin Bow. This is just, you can just special summon this card from your hand. And then it has 2 attacks per battle phase. That never comes up. So, and then 2 of the Pin the Bullseye. This card's hilarious. If you control an insect, you can special summon it. And then during the main phase, you can inflict 200 damage to your opponent for each Pin the Bullseye you control. So it just inflicts 200 damage for no reason. I don't know. It's whatever. It's just, I don't know. The card's part of the engine. So. And this is probably the best one, the Rapid Fire. So on normal summon, it special summons a Beetrooper or a level 3 insect from your graveyard. And then you can tribute a monster and negate a monster's effect on the board. So this card's very good. And then obviously, this card is the Resonance Insect. So I've actually had a lot of this insect stuff way before it was hyped because I just really loved insects. And my first ever regional win was with Demise, Doomdozer, Demise OTK in like 2007 or whatever. So I've always liked the insect stuff. But this card is like they're claiming it's the new Ben 10 or whatever because it's not hard once per turn. Whenever it's sent from the field to the graveyard, it adds a level 5 or higher insect from your deck to your hand. And if it's banished, it sends an insect from your deck to graveyard. Card's nuts. So, also, it is a 1,000 attack, so you can make Almirage. Same with the Homeboy Goki Pole. I know people are usually playing 1 to 2 copies of this. I consider this card a starter. I think this card's insane. Whenever it's sent to graveyard, period, you can add a level 4 or lower insect from your deck to your hand. If it's a normal monster, you can special summon it, and then you can destroy a monster on the board that's attack is higher or equal to the normal monster you special summon this effect. So, card's just very good. I will in the future, like I said, have more builds of this, but and then the Retaliating Sea. This card is just fucking stones. Originally, I was playing 2 copies of this until I realized like the meta is just Whenever your opponent activates a spell card during either player's turn that has an effect that includes special summoning a monster, you can special summon this card to your board, and then any card that's sent to the graveyard is banished instead. Insane. And then whenever it leaves the board, you can add a level 4 insect monster from your deck to your hand that has a 1500 or less attack. So, cards nuts. And then, okay, so for the 1-of insect cards, I'm playing the 1 sticky strings. This is obviously searchable, like I said, with the resonance insect. So this card, you would like to play 1 kaiju. I will have a going second list of this deck too, with the ballpark card with the kaijus and stuff. That stuff's very good too. Retaliating Sea, etc. So, or fucking Black Sea Squatter, the normal monster. And then I'm playing 1 Aztecapede. Originally I was playing 3 of this card. You just don't need 3 at all. Like originally I thought like, oh, this deck's like Dragon Link, so I was like, oh, this is gonna be like the baby Chaos Dragon or whatever. It doesn't really come up because the engine is so like finite that it's just very good in what it does, so you don't need to search for extenders all the time. So one of these is completely fine. Obviously you can search it if you need to. And then one Doom Dozer. So this is banish 2 insects from your graveyard. Also, I forgot to mention, this does battle damage. It sends the top card of your opponent's deck to the graveyard. That is not optional. And then whenever this does battle damage, it sends the top 2 cards, I think, of your opponent's deck to the graveyard. It's been a while since I've ever used that. I just usually use it for either game shot or whatever, but card's insane. Definitely play it. And I'm playing 3 Nibiru. I think that's probably the best hand trap for this list right now, in my opinion, anyways. I just think that card kind of covers all your bases if you lose the die roll. This deck's actually pretty good at going second, like I mentioned earlier, with all the effect negation, blah blah blah. So, and then we get into the spell cards. So, when I was researching this deck, nobody's playing this card. I think I saw 1 list with it, and the dude was playing 1, and I was just completely unsure why. I will show you a combo involving this card, but it's a multiplication of ants. This card's ridiculous. So you just tribute an insect monster, special summon 2 ant tokens. Okay, very good. Now all the link monsters in your extra deck that need 2 insects, they don't need effect monster insects, so you can use the tokens to link it to them. So the card's just very good. Like this plus Goki Pole is just like, you know what I mean? So, and then for the 1-of spells, obviously the Call by the Grave, the Foolish Burial. I'm playing Gold Sark for the Resonance Insect, because like I said, when it's banished, it sends 1 to graveyard. Sometimes your hands, you can bait easily with this card by like banishing the Resonance, triggering it to send the Goki Pole. They might negate it, you know what I mean? So if not, still very good. The 1 Monster Reborn, and then the 2 Beetrooper cards, which is pretty standard. The Formation, this is Monster Reborn. It's a field spell that you can search with the Sting dude, the high level, the Beetrooper. You can special summon a Beetrooper monster from your graveyard. It can't attack that turn. Nobody cares. And you take damage equal to that monster's attack points. Also, while this is face up, a Beetrooper monster dies by an opponent's card, you can special summon a token level 3, 1000 attack, 1000 defense. So. And then one of the Flying Sting. This is basically Solemn Strike. If you control a Beetrooper monster, negates a monster effect, destroys it. It also has an end phase effect where if you control a 3000 or higher insect monster, you can reset it, but you can only use 1 effect of those per turn. So that's why I was thinking like this is kind of like the Salamangreat counter trap. But you only need 1 of each of these, so you know what I'm saying. So, and then for the extra deck, I'm playing the 1 Almirage. Obviously, like I mentioned, with the Resonance Insect and the Goki Pole. Card's just there for when you need it. Sometimes this comes up. Plus, it's like a fire to put in graveyard for access code talker, which is kind of nice. But and then the card is just fucking ridiculous. The Armor Horn. So you can see its arrows are top and bottom. Not bad, but so this card has 2 effects. They're very good. This is just 2 insect monsters. It gives you an extra normal summon of an insect monster. So that's why like you'll see like Sunny's playing too many normal summon insect too many normal summons. Obviously, this gives you 2 normal summons, so you don't care. Also, if this card's in the graveyard, you can banish 3 insect monsters to resummon it, which is just very good because it'll trigger the Resonance Insect, which gets you dump the Goki Pole or whatever you want to do. So, card's very good. And then the two of the Insector, the Piccofelina. This card is Union Carrier, which is kind of gross. So on summon, you can target another insect monster, discard a card, and then equip an insect monster from your deck to that monster you targeted. You can't equip it to itself. Also, it has that monster gains 500 attack, whatever. Also, it has another effect where it can shuffle 3 insects back in your graveyard into your deck, draw a card. That's why I only play 2 of these, because I try to keep 1 in graveyard. So, like, you can keep 1 in graveyard, so if you have to make the second one, you can shuffle this one back, and it's, infinitely useful. And then the one Shinobi, if this card points to a monster, it can't be attacked. And then if the monster that it's pointing to dies, you can special summon an insect monster from your hand or graveyard. It's okay. It's a wind, which is kind of nice. But sometimes you can point it to the Invincible Atlas, which is nice. But, and then one Nightmare Phoenix. This card's nuts. And then the one Papillion. So this card's insane. Link 3. On summon, it gains counters per insect used for material. So it's a Link 3. Obviously, you're playing all insects. So usually it'll have 3 counters. It goes up, I think, 200 attack per counter. And then you can remove 1 counter per turn, special summon an insect from your graveyard. So just kind of helps you link climb, etc. And I'm playing the 1 BLS. This card's just very good in the deck. I mean, it's great fallback. And then 2 of the Invincible Atlas. So this card is just absolutely ridiculous. Well, this card has 3,000 or less attack. It can't be targeted or destroyed by your opponent's card effects. It also has 2 other effects. So you can tribute an insect monster, especially on a Beetrooper monster, from your deck. So usually some of the Sting Lancer and then search for the counter trap or the field spell. And or you can tribute an insect and this card gains 2,000, so it'll go up to 5k. It also has the same arrows as Appaloosa, which is kind of nice. And then the one access code. This is just and then I'm playing the 1 Cicada King. So this is just 2 level 3 monsters. Whenever its battle position is changed, it can special summon a level 3 or lower insect. Whenever a opponent's monster on the board activates its effect, you can negate it, and then either give an insect monster on the field 500 defense or change its battle position. So obviously you negate it, change this battle position, special summon a dude. And then to go with that is the Zeus. So that's it for the X-ray, guys. Let me show you this card combo real quick. Let me pull these cards out. This card's it's a 2.5 card combo. You need a discard for the combo. Let me pull these out real quick. All right, I think that's everything. All right, so. All right, see down here, babe? Mm-hmm. All right, so I'm just going to show you a quick combo. The beautiful thing about this combo too is down here. I just want to showcase multiplication of ants. This could also just be another extender that you search off of this, which you actually will search the other Beetrooper, or the other Battle Wasp with. All right, so see down here, babe? Mm-hmm. All right, so you're just going to normal summon Sting. The poison as effect will activate, and you will add the rapid fire from your deck to your hand. Okay. Now you'll activate the multiplication of ants, which will tribute this and give you 2 tokens. Okay. Now, like I stated, none of the Link 2s in this deck need effect monsters, so you can just link these 2 tokens off for the Armor Horn. Okay. See this, babe? Mm-hmm. All right. Now you'll activate this effect to give you an extra normal summon. So you normal summon the rapid fire will activate and special summon back the Sting the Poison. Okay. And you'll link these 2 away into the Piccofolino, the Union Carrier. And then on summon, that's why it says 2.5 card combo. So you still have 3 cards. On summon, you'll activate target this, discard any random card. And then you will equip from your deck Resonance Insect to the Armor Hall. Okay? And then you'll link these 2 away for link 4, which will be the Invincible Atlas. Okay? And then you'll activate the Resonance Insect to add the Sting Lancer. Okay? Now, you'll banish, and see down here, babe. Mm-hmm. Banish the Resonance Insect, and then the 2 Beetroopers, or the 2 Battle Wasps. Sorry, my brain is just... and then, so he'll come back. Whenever he leaves, he'll be banished, so you're going to activate Atlas to tribute this to summon a dude from your deck. Oh, I'm sorry. So we're here. The Resonance Insect will send 1 to graveyard. Still see it, babe? Mm-hmm. Okay, so the Resonance Insect will send the Goki Pole, which will search you the Retaliating Seed. Okay? Now, you'll use the Atlas to tribute this off. It will get banished and summon the Sting Lancer from your deck. Sting Lancer's effect will activate and add you the Counter Trap. Or if you already drew the Counter Trap, you can add the field spell. So right now, still 2 cards in hand. Like I said, this is a quick effector in either player's main phase. You can target a monster in both players' graveyards, summon this. So in your opponent's main phase, you'll probably summon this, you know, shuffle back, whatever, and then search for the other Beetrooper. And then you have the Retaliating Sea, so whenever if they activate a spell or trap, or a spell, that includes the effect to summon a monster, and summon this, and then everything on the field will get banished, and obviously you will set this before any of this happens. So your end board will be Fly Sting, this, and the Mystical Atlas. This card can't be targeted or destroyed by card effects. And you have this. So this is pretty good for just the 2.5 cards. This deck's just very nuts. Like, if you have more extenders and stuff, you can go a lot further with this deck. This is typically the end board. You always want to search the Retaliating Sea, and I like to have the Sting Lancer. That's why I switched to 2 copies of Sting Lancers, because you go through the 2 in the combo. 3 was a little much when I was testing it. So also after you use this, the next end phase, if you still control this, you'll banish an insect monster and reset this. So obviously you would probably get Resonance Insect in the graveyard again somehow, and then banish it, whatever. So yeah, so that's part of the combo. Oh yeah, let me show you the just the honorable mentions real quick. I will be doing a profile featuring most of these cards. So I did complete this. I know this is the list that's going to take some time, but it's the Inzector. Obviously, you see I got the max rarity stuff, first edition, the 3, Giga Manus, all this stuff. There's a combo with this list that I'm working on, and I think it uses Centipede's effect like 17 times or something. It's fucking gross. And then I'll pull some of this stuff out, but. I mentioned I'm going to do a build with the Ballpark. This is the card I was talking about that you would search off of a Gogi Pole or this, and then summon it and then kill a monster. But this is ideal. This is 2,000 attack as well, so like you could crash with Inspector Border or whatever if you drew it, if you really needed it. And then there's a Scary Moth is actually a really cool card. There's a build I have that I haven't finalized with the Cocoon card to summon Scary Moth on your opponent's turn. And then it's each player can only special summon it once face up, so that's kind of cool. And I think that's all I'm going to show you for the honorable mentions, because I'll get to the other stuff when I do this profile. So, anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Cheers.